Committee on Parole is called back to order. The time is 10:20. Our next case is Mr. Joshua Carter. Mr. Carter, would you please introduce yourself and give us your DOC number?
My name is Joshua Carter. My DOC number is 7081141.
Mr. Carter, if you could just push Dad, that's good right where you are now. When you come too close, we lose. There you go. That's perfect. Thank you very much. Mr. Carter, let me explain our process to you. First, I'm going to read some information into the record, and the board is going to conduct a parole interview with you. At the appropriate time, we'll let anyone who wishes to speak on your behalf. Here today for you on Zoom, I believe, is Herlinda James, who I believe is your mother.
Yes, sir.
Okay. After we have a hearing, you'll be allowed to make a brief statement before the board, then the board will vote. You understand our procedure?
Sir.
This is a matter of Joshua J. Carter, DOC number 708141, date of birth February the 15th of 1997. He's a first-class offender. He has a parole eligibility date of June 29th of 2023. He is not eligible to earn good time. He has a full-term date of December the 28th of 2025. He is currently serving a 10-year sentence on the charge of forcible rape. Mr. Carter, is that information accurate?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Carter, your case has been assigned to Ms. Pearl Wise. She will begin our interview process. Would you please answer any questions she might have?
Good morning. How you doing?
No, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How long you been in jail on this charge?
Are you speaking on the original charge or the violation?
Let's go with the violation.
Okay, I've been in jail for 1 year and 3 months on the violation.
1 year and 3 months. Okay. And how old are you today?
Today I'm 26.
You're age 26. Okay. So tell me a little bit about your violation. Why did you get revoked?
Well, I got revoked because I wasn't at home at the time I was appointed to be at home.
You weren't at home. You're supposed to be at home, like a curfew check?
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else? And that's the only reason you got revoked?
Well, another reason is I was supposed to go to my classes, but I didn't have the money to go. And another reason, I really not. I believe those are the only 2 reasons. The main reason was that I was not.
Okay. You didn't go to sex offender treatment classes, and you missed curfews. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When you're missing curfew, where were you? What were you out doing?
Well, I had a girlfriend, and I spent most of my time with her.
Oh, okay. So you had kind of left the house. Okay. So you recognize now that it's a serious violation because of your sex offense. You recognize that now.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's going to be that way for the rest of your life.
Yes, ma'am.
I know that's hard, but it is what it is. In your situation, the victim's mother, because the young lady is still a minor, the probation parole reached out to the victim's mother, and she indicated that they have forgiven you. They are unopposed to your early release. What do you say to that? How does that make you feel hearing that?
That made me feel kind of good.
Anything else?
Well, it makes me feel like owning up to my charge.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you did. How much education do you have?
Well, I got my GED while I was incarcerated, and I have a welding trade.
Oh, okay. Good. I see that you completed Steve Horn in 2022. What did you learn from that?
Well, I actually learned that I can't let my past determine my future, and stop using my past as an excuse to justify my actions. And I also learned that people can be addicted to many different things, and it's only for a temporary release, but in the end, you're really suffering.
Okay. So what are your addictions?
My addiction was weed and alcohol,
It was what now?
smoking marijuana and alcohol. And you can say sex too.
And so how much of the sex offender treatment program have you completed?
Well, I'm on phase 2 on the sex offender program.
I saw when you completed phase 1, that's good to hear. And when I did the math, and you correct me if I'm wrong, when this incident happened, you were 17 and the girl was 7. Is that correct?
Correct.
I beg your pardon?
That is correct.
Okay. And I do want to inform you, as a part of this process, we'll reach out to the law enforcement community to get their opinion about early releasing. Now, you can do about it, I'm just putting it on the record. The entire law enforcement community is opposed to the early release. It's the DA, the sheriff, the judge, and just put that on the record.
Yes, ma'am.
And there was some mention that you are on 3 different medications, and I looked these medications up. Just kind of, so do you have a mental health diagnosis?
Yeah, I've been diagnosed with depression.
Okay, for how long?
I actually started as soon as I got it. Once I got, arrested for this charge.
Okay. So, but on the street, you weren't being followed by mental health in no way.
No, I never found it to seek help until I came to jail.
Okay. Are you still taking those 3 medications?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
And see, but one of those medications, when I look, Google it, it says, it's bipolar. So do you have that diagnosis?
Yeah, I believe I have a depression diagnosis.
I beg your pardon?
I believe I have one for depression.
Okay, that's the only one you know of. Okay, all right then. Well, I am concerned that you hadn't completed the sex offender treatment program. That's very, very important, and you saying that for me. So that's all the questions I have. Is any staff member there that can tell us anything about how you're doing? Any staff members in the room?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
What was your, how's Mr. Carter doing? Disciplinaries, write-ups, or things like that?
He has not received any disciplinary actions from us while he's been here.
All right, thank you. Anything else you can tell me about him? What does he do every day?
Mr. Carter is still in the Steve Oil program.
Okay, great.
He's set to graduate in August. So he's currently taking classes. He's in a MAT class for opiate use, anger management, classes about his addiction, and he's still in his sex offender treatment group.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for that. I saw it.
Will he complete the section? I have his completion date is August 25th. Does that include sex offender treatment?
That August graduation date, does that include the sex offender treatment classes as well?
As long as he's here, he would probably still go to the sex offender treatment classes.
But the August graduation is for the Steve Hall.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh yeah, I put the wrong year. I put August 22. It should have been August 23 in my note. That's where that's where I'm off. Okay.
How much longer would it be before he completes the 4 phases of the sex offender treatment?
I think it's self-paced. Isn't it self-paced in y'all's group? You test?
Yeah, as I complete the test and I pass the test, they give me a different phase, and I think it's up to like 3 or 4 phases.
Can it be completed in 9 months?
Right. Is it possible for him to complete the sex offender treatment within 9 months?
I believe so, as long as he is able to pass those tests.
Okay.
Have you had any difficulty passing the test? Did you pass the first phase test?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay.
Thank you. Now we'll hear from Ms. Herlinda James. Ms. James? Ms. James, can you hear me? Yes, ma'am, we can hear you.
Okay.
Why don't you give us your name and tell us what you'd like us to know?
My name is Herlinda James. I'm Joshua's mother. And I would like y'all to know that he he wasn't living with me for a while when he was younger. And I found out, during that time that he was also molested as a child, and he never got treatment for any of that. And, I think because mental health runs deep in my family, especially bipolar and, other mental health issues. And, I just think that he really needs more mental health help. And out here, he couldn't get it because he didn't have insurance. And, we've forgiven him. We prayed on it. We've asked God to, help heal her, heal us, heal him. And, I just think he just really needs some mental health help.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We appreciate your comments.
You're
Mr.
welcome.
Carter, is there anything that you'd like to say to the board before the board votes?
Well, I would like to say, when I first got arrested, I felt disappointed in myself, but I realized the step that I had to take in order to stop feeling disappointed was to own up to my actions and seek forgiveness. But since I've been forgiven, I also look at me being in jail as a time for me to change my life around, build a relationship with God, get through the Steve Hall program, leave it alone. I don't get good time. I just want some help. And I like when I was free, I never had a chance to go see a therapist or anything because I was too busy, trying to work and pay my probation officer and off and stuff. But I also would like to say that regardless of the situation that you guys make, that I'm glad to just even have a chance to be in front of y'all to, express myself. So I just leave it up to God, and I ask God to, sustain my steps like He said He would in the Bible.
Thank you very much, Mr. Carter. Well said. Panel ready to vote?
Yes, I'm ready.
Ms. Wise?
All right. I'm glad that I got to meet you today. I believe you're gonna be all right. I really believe you're gonna be all right. But for me today, my vote is denied because I want you to complete the sex offender treatment program. You were just revoked in April of 22. That's just insufficient time served on that revocation for me. And you have a moderate risk and you have law enforcement opposition. But best wishes to you now.
Thank you. Very much.
Reapply when you're eligible.
Thank you very much, Ms. Jackson.
Okay, Mr. Part of my vote would be grant conditionally on completion of the sex offender treatment program, since there is a possibility that you can complete that program in 9 months. And you demonstrated to me that you matured a lot, that you recognize your own responsibility, and that was important for me. And you recognize your need to make better choices. And I think you are on the right path. And so my vote is a conditional grant upon completion of sex offender treatment.
Mr. Carter, you have one vote to deny, one vote to grant, but I believe both of them are saying basically the same thing. You need to complete this sex offender treatment. You need a little help, a little more time to do what you need to do. I likewise would grant conditionally if you're completing the sex offender treatment program. I believe since your case is a sex offender, you need all 3 votes. So your parole today has been denied, but we all agree that you need to continue that sex offender treatment program. And once you complete that program, reapply again, and it's probably likely you'll be granted on that occasion. So good luck to you.